After delivering 2 successful trainings for visa officers in Bangalore, we were presented with an opportunity to do 2 trainings along with a tech talk for their Singapore office. The trainings were on Chef, Docker, and the tech talk was on decoding Devops. Visa needs no description. I guess everyone who has ever made a transaction using a card knows what Visa does. For a global payments company that Visa is, Singapore serves as its Asia Pacific headquarters and hub for its business in the region. Visa has set up state-of-the-art Visa University, a purpose-built training campus with flexible classrooms, lounge spaces, and breakout areas. Our host at the Visa University was Suk May, who made sure that everything went on smooth and on time. The first of the 2 trainings was on containerization and Docker, which was attended by a mix of infrastructure people, the technology developers, as well as some people from the tech lead teams and the InfoSec. And the best part about this diverse team is the perspectives that we get from the people. We talked about how do I containerize my application, to how do I secure it, how do I take this application and deploy it in production using the orchestrators. That's when we talked about Docker Swarm. So we touched base on the Docker files, Docker Compose, Docker Swarm, the whole array of containerization. The first training was followed with the tech talk. It was about a 2-hour session, and I typically call it as a decoding DevOps session, where we talk about why do we care about DevOps, what is DevOps all about. We start right from the history and the evolution of DevOps and start talking about the key practices, principles, and the tools of the team. On the same day as Tech Talk, we did our first meetup of DevOps workshops, bite-sized learning sessions. We have initiated this meetup with the aim of conducting small, bite-sized learning sessions, more than just being a passive listening. It's typically a 2-hour session with the objective of getting people together to learn one single concept and take something home out of it. The first bite was on the writing Ansible playbooks, which was attended by close to 30 people. And we did a quick overview of Ansible, YAML language used by it, and the concept of playbooks. We also used codespaces.io to quickly set up one Ansible controller with 4 managed nodes, wrote on one playbook, and deployed it. The venue and the food was sponsored by Rakuten at their office, with Nikun, Shanabaz, and Roy from the team being the graceful host and co-organizer. We ended the week with 2 days hands-on workshop on Chef, which was mainly attended by the infrastructure teams, release engineers, and a couple of compliance test engineers. With Chef, we generally begin with the overview of what it is, how it is different from the existing approaches that you take, and we start with the concepts such as infrastructure as a code, the pull model, the centralized configuration management system that it is, and what do you mean by its ability to separate code and data, and so on and so forth. And then we start diving into one primitive at a time that Chef offers, right from the DSL, which includes recipes, resources, and cookbooks, as well as we learn how to do that at a scale using run list and roles and environments and search and features that Chef offers. Now, in addition to the standard outline that we talked about, we also did a demo of Chef Compliance, which was quite relevant to the compliance testing teams, and they were quite interested in trying it out. Singapore is a great place with excellent infrastructure, great public transport, and a lot of places to visit as well as things to do. So apart from this training, we had a great time